I travel the world for a living and I will literally not go abroad without these items here. Everything else is negotiable, but these are absolutely essential. So let's get into them. I've also got a couple of money saving hacks for your next trip intertwined in this video. So follow along. I'm Claire, by the way, and I'm a travel blogger and YouTuber. It is great to have you here. The number one thing that I will always take with me on a trip abroad or in the UK or anywhere is this, a power bank. These are essential if you're going on long bus journeys, if you're out for the whole day, if you use your phone to take a lot of photos and videos, you need one of these. So everything that I talk about will be linked up here somewhere, so feel free to click that and you can get my exact recommendation. This is a Charmast power bank and it is thin, but it actually holds about 5 charges and it charges super quickly as well. It's a relatively new one and I think every time power banks have been upgrading, they've been getting better and better. So definitely recommend one of these. Number 2, in the same vein, is a universal adapter, but not just any universal adapter. So this universal adapter, it's a Momax one, has its plug here and then you can use this to get it to whatever plug you need for, depending on where you're going. Then it's got 2 USB outlets or plugs and 2 USB-Cs and then another USB-C here. Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. So you could be charging 6 things at once and it still charges everything very quickly. I have found with these before that the more you charge, the slower they go. This doesn't seem to be the case with this one. So I highly recommend this particular brand. Next up, you're going to need some headphones. These were literally so cheap and they're so good. I mean, they aren't Beats, but they have pretty good noise cancellation. Like, I can hear myself talking a lot less right now. And they are really comfortable. The sound quality is generally pretty good. These are Anker Soundcore headphones and they just connect via Bluetooth. The only slightly annoying thing I find about these is that if it was last connected to your laptop and your laptop is still in range, then it will automatically reconnect. You have to like disconnect it or go out of range and then it won't connect again. Me and this Kindle have been through a lot. This Kindle has seen a lot and been with me on many, many trips, but I do think that if you are traveling and you're a reader, then there is nothing better. I do understand the appeal of having a physical book, but you just can't carry loads of physical books around with you. Now, this is obviously a very sturdy Kindle. I genuinely think I've had this since 2016, but obviously if I was buying one now, I probably would buy a newer version. So it will be a newer version linked above, but I mean, it's hardy. It's been through a lot. Okay, that's good. I kind of did all the electronics first inadvertently and now we've got more like health and wellness stuff, which I'll go into in a moment. But the first money saving opportunity that I did just want to mention in this video is Get Your Guide. Now I am affiliated with Get Your Guide, but this isn't an ad in itself. So I just wanted to share that Get Your Guide are doing a campaign at the moment on their app. Get Your Guide is a platform where you can book tours, experiences and entrance tickets all on one app or platform, which is really, really handy. They also have a great cancellation policy, which is ideal if your plans aren't fixed. And you can also read reviews and you have some guarantees. And it's also great to have everything all in one place. So if you've never used Get Your Guide before, then this deal is for you. So when you download their app and make a booking, with my code, you can get 10% off. Here is a QR code to use to download the app, and the code that you need to use is up here. I've used Get Your Guide for years and I really would highly recommend taking a look on the platform and seeing which activity you can book on your next trip. The next thing that I definitely recommend that you should take on your next trip is one of these. This is a turtle neck pillow and it's actually really comfy. Let me show you how it works. So you know normal neck pillows, they kind of don't give you that proper support. They kind of make you all over the place and they give you a neck ache and everything. And this uses actual like science to create the most comfortable sleeping position, if I can get it open. So it literally looks like this. It looks like a scarf, but what you can do is put it sort of here. You sort of put it here and then you wrap this around and then there's Velcro here and then it's actually so comfortable. It doesn't look it, but you sort of just sleep like this It is genuinely so much more comfortable than any other neck pillow I've ever tried. And if you're doing any kind of like longer flight, or if you're taking long buses, or you know, if you're basically going to need to sleep anywhere that isn't a bed, you need one of these. The other thing that I really recommend taking is a Chili's bottle. Now, this is a bit not controversial, but some people don't take this kind of bottle. It is true that if you are going somewhere where you can't drink the tap water, then it's not a filter bottle or anything like that. But what it does do is it keeps things very cold. So if you're able to get cold water, it will stay cold throughout the whole day. And for me, there is nothing more refreshing than a sip of cold water, especially when I'm very hot. It's also super, super robust. I literally can just shove it in my bag and it does not leak. Like, it's got like leak-proof technology. And it is, yeah, just very strong, very, very durable. So you need a bottle like this. Next up, we've got vitamins and probiotics. So I take these every day anyway, but I do think they're really important to take when you're traveling because you might not be getting so many nutrients as you normally do. I take probiotics. I started taking them last year and I have been taking them largely because I was having some issues with acid reflux and they helped a lot. So I have been taking 2 a day ever since. And I recently started taking vitamin D3 gummies as well, largely because the weather is not very good in the UK at the moment. And I think I've been needing some vitamin D. But I do usually take them when I'm away as well. And then there are other vitamins you can take too. Sometimes I take a multivitamin as well, purely just because I get all the vitamins I need through food when I'm at home, but I don't necessarily get them when I'm abroad because it's just more difficult to find vitamin-rich foods in some places. So I take some of these, I take some others, and I usually just take out the vitamins that I need and put them in like a plastic bag, and then I don't have to take these pots out because they're quite bulky. Should I try and juggle? Don't know why I just had the urge to do that, but definitely won't be running away and joining the circus anytime soon. Right, before we get into the last 3, I might just tell you about my other money saving hack, and that is to use Monzo. Again, this isn't sponsored at all, I just wanted to share it. So I use Monzo every single time I go abroad. Monzo is basically a digital bank and you get a card. It works as a bank, there's just no branches. And when you use your card abroad, there are no fees. So it is a really, really, really good card to have because the fees can rack up quite considerably depending on where you are in the world. Monzo is also great for saving and budgeting. You can put your money in pots, you can budget it in different places. I'm currently doing like a 1p saving challenge where I put it in a pot, and yeah, it works really well for things like that. If you do want to use Monzo, you can get a free £5 when you sign up using my code. The link will be just here, which is basically like if you're going to Spain, that's 2 glasses of wine. So enjoy that on me. Right, let's get into the last 3. So as I said about vitamins, the other thing that I will always take is electrolytes. And I will take these even if I'm going somewhere that's not necessarily that hot. And this is just because I don't drink as much water when I'm travelling. I forget, I don't have enough places to fill it up. So I will always take a few of these and I will have at least 1 a day, 2 if it's been a particularly sweaty day or a particularly dehydrated day. And this just helps to keep me hydrated and again, keep me well. Another thing that I do usually take when I go travelling is Skin and Me. Now, I don't actually use this for my day-to-day skincare in the UK anymore. I've bought a load of La Roche-Posay stuff, so I've been using that. But this is good because it is skincare in a compact tube. So I usually just take a cleanser, this, moisturiser, and some SPF, and that is pretty much my skincare for when I am away. If you don't know Skin and Me, a pharmacist actually gives you a questionnaire about your skin type, and then they actually prescribe you like the active ingredients in this. So it is meant to be very good for different skin conditions. I did actually, before I used it, I had quite bad rosacea, and as you can see, it's not really there anymore. I just like how compact it is and think it is really good for travelling in that regard. So if you fancy using Skin and Me, then there is a code here as well. And lastly, this is like an obvious one, but a goodie, eye mask. You need an eye mask if you're going anywhere that involves hotels, night trains, night flights. This is essential. I've got a nice satin one. This has lasted me quite a while. I have previously left quite a lot of these in like beds and places they're quite difficult to lose, so I would recommend not getting a super expensive one, but to get one that will be quite durable, especially if you know you're going to wear it a lot. I'm a really sensitive sleeper, but even in some like hotels, like 5-star hotels or 4-star hotels or whatever, I find that some of the lights can still be really bright, like some like the TV lights and all that. An interesting hack I did see before was to take some blue tack with you and put a bit of blue tack over these, like the TV lights that stay on the standby lights, which could be a good option as well, but sometimes the light goes through the doors, so I ain't going anywhere without this. Right, that brings me to the end of this video. I hope that it's proved helpful. I hope there are some items that you may not have thought about and might now consider taking with you. If you didn't get a chance to click on the links as they came up, they'll all be in the description as well, so you'll find everything you need there. I'm off to Jordan in 2 days. I'm so excited. So do subscribe if you want to see all of my videos from Jordan and elsewhere in the world. I post lots about train travel, kind of nerdy travel. I love a historical walking tour and a good fact. Lesser visited destinations. I love to explore those as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time.